Hey, what's up everyone, Brain Image here. So today I thought, since Diablo 3 has been released and everyone's having so many problems with their Barbarian class, I decided I'm going to do a little bit of a run through how you can get started in Act 1, Inferno, up to King Leoric basically. I'm up to Act 2 at the moment. In terms of my farming status, I can just about manage first Act 2 basically, like the first part of it. Other than that, Act 1 is pretty damn easy for me at the moment, so let's go in and I'll show you a few things on what you should look out for. So we're going to want Reign of the Black King, the Royal Crypts. Start that quest, log into the game. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Oh yeah, need to press start, that would help. Alright, so here we go. I've got my barbarian. Let's get some wings on first of all, make them look nice. And let's have a look at some of my stats here. So basically you can see I've got the damage output of around 10k, I've got 6.3k armor, I've got 900 vitality, a little bit of intelligence, not important, a little bit of dexterity, and around 750 strength. And here, some of my resistances, like physical is on 305, all the rest of them are on around 200 to 300, in between there somewhere. It should be a lot higher, but oh well, I'm not too well equipped at the moment. Yeah, actually let's take a quick look at my equip so you can see a little bit of resistance on here. I'm not going to go through all the stats, you can just pause the video and have a look if you really want to see what's going on. All of my gems are vitality, although I did have some strength gems in before just to get my DPS up a little bit. For farming Act 1 I should actually have strength gems in because it's fairly easy for me. It's okay, but anyway, here's a few of the other items. I've got a 930 DPS weapon, some dexterity and increased attack speed. Attack speed is very important, pushes your DPS like hell. And I think that's pretty much all. Yeah, some maximum life as well, and yeah, so let's take a look at my follower. I've got the Enchantress and I don't have a better weapon at the moment, so I just gave her this two-handed mace basically. She's got like some intelligence and vitality necklaces. I think it's intelligence that really boosts up the damage output of the Enchantress, since she's like a mage basically. And for the talents that I chose is Charm, Powered Armor, Disorient, and what's the other one? Mass Control. And the reason I chose these is because they are all of the CC abilities that the Enchantress has got, so she'll be able to help me out with quite a lot of CC. She doesn't really do a lot of damage, but oh well, it's not really needed. So that's pretty much the introduction. Let's have a look at the talents that I'm using, because I know some of you are going to be interested in that. I've got Frenzy with Vanguard, so it's just to get increased attack speed basically, and also have my movement speed up. Helps a lot to kite enemies and just run around and stuff. For my other mass skill, I've got Revenge, which is obviously to heal myself for 5% of my maximum life, and then the rune that I've got with that is increase the chance that Revenge will become active. So it's up a lot more, and it really helps you to sustain your health, especially when you're fighting against the rare mobs. We've got Furious Charge here, so that's obviously to like just charge into them, knock them back a little bit, and also got the life rune, so I'll be able to regenerate a little bit of life with that as well. So these two are like my main abilities to get my life back. Ignore Pain, reduce all the damage that's coming in by 65%, and the duration of it by 7 seconds, so it's up for a longer time because it really helps. Those 2 extra seconds can be the difference between life and death sometimes. And yeah, you've got the Leap as well for the defensive ability with the additional armor, because I'm going to show you this quickly. It's actually insane how my stats go up. So you can see I've got around 6,300 armor. Let's put my War Cry on, 7,200, and if I do my Leap, bam, 20,900, so you can really see that's very, very useful. Back to my skills. Yeah, so that was the Leap, and then obviously the War Cry as well with Impunity, and the Impunity is for increased resistances basically. So that will help me to boost my resistances up a little bit as well, so you can see I'm starting to get into the range of around 300 and 400, which really helps me sustain. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, don't forget the passives. Tough as nails, increased armor, throws a little bit of thorn damage back. Armor increased by 100% of your vitality, which means you really need to look that you get a lot of vitality and health percentage on your items, and at the same time inspiring presence, which is really nice because it kind of regenerates your health passively, and you don't have to keep up your shouts so much because they'll always be up. They've got increased duration. Although I'm hesitant, some people prefer using superstition, but that's just down to preference basically. I'm just going to do it with an inspiring presence because yeah, I just prefer it a little bit. So let's not waste any more time, get started down here, jump straight in, and try and find some rare mobs to get our stacks up so we can get farming towards King Leoric. Oops, wrong button. Alright, so here we go. First rare mob, let's have a look. What have we got here? Nightmarish, Waller, Frozen, Illusionist. So it's going to be quite a hard battle, I guess, because obviously he's going to be able to trap me with all of his walls and stuff, and the illusions are going to be quite annoying as well. When you see those frozen orbs, just try, just stay out of the way of them, and just try and dodge them basically. You can see, due to my resistances and stuff now, I'm not really taking a lot of damage. I can just stand in there and tank pretty much everything, although my gear isn't the best. I tried to dodge that, I failed there. I should have gotten away, but no reason to cause death for me. So I'm going to try and jump out of the way. It wasn't enough, but you can also use both of these abilities to jump in and out of the battle, help you just dodge some of the abilities and whatnot. Always keep your shouts up, obviously. Use your charge to regenerate some health whenever needed, and then obviously spam your revenge as well because it's very good. God, that fear is annoying. And then you can see it's a pretty easy battle. Try and take out the skeletons first, the small ones, the minions with the bosses, because it just makes the battle a lot easier. And then afterwards just focus down the boss, obviously. So here we go, jumped out of the way. Let those things explode, jump back into battle. Let's find the right guy, and I'll be able to take him out in just a second. So I'm not really doing this as a guide or anything like that. I just want to try and help out those players that are really still having difficulties in getting through Inferno Act 1 basically. Because everyone should be able to farm Act 1 Inferno to be able to get some basic gear, and then try and build on that, progressing on to the other acts basically. So here we go, that was the first one, he's done. Let's continue on our journey and just slay a few more of these mobs. And as you can see actually as well, you know, because everyone was complaining at the beginning as well that the only viable option was like a ranged barbar, or in all honesty, I've not got a single ranged attack on my barbarian here. I'm not using seismic slam or anything to kite enemies. I've tried it before as well, but it didn't work nowhere near as well as this build. And in all honesty, this build is kind of like my main build at the moment. It seems to work for me, and until I run into any troubles with it, I will just be using it. Yeah, it's quite nice as well. You can use the abilities to just get further ahead a little bit, get to your targets quicker, wherever you need to go. Let's have a look down here. There's usually some champs down here. There should be a champion group here somewhere, so carefully approach the scene. You don't just want to jump in case you get caught out. Let's slay all these first, so I've got a little bit of room so I can pull them in a circle just in case they're really annoying. Well, in case they've got really annoying abilities, you never know. Let's see, is there anything down there today? Nope, nothing. Let's just continue on then and see if we can find some somewhere else. Always keep your shouts up, obviously. And then when you know you're going to be just about to take a lot of damage, just activate your ignore pain, like now for example, and you can see I'm not taking any damage and it's still active. Another 3, 2, 1. Let's finish these off before they end up killing me. because I don't want to die. Would be kind of embarrassing, I guess. Trying to show you something and then I fail. Alright, so here we go. There's a few guys there. I'm not sure what their abilities are. I've seen some mortar and I've also seen walling. So we'll check them out in just a second, but let's get rid of these guys here first. Otherwise it's going to become quite annoying. Always focus the summoners, obviously, but you probably figured that out by now. And then just take out all of the rest. It's quite good as well to use your leap jump to initiate in combat, because you obviously get so much increased armor for that short duration. So there we go, it's another boss. We've got Illusionist, Waller, Knockback and Mortar, so it's fairly similar to what we had earlier actually, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, just gonna take these out. With Mortar, obviously, try and just stick close to the enemies, that way they won't be able to hit you. You won't take as much damage as well. Like, you just need to find out how to deal with each of the abilities really, and then it should be pretty straightforward and pretty easy actually. As you can see, you know, I'm not really having any problems here to farm any of these rare mobs. It's fairly simple. But a little bit time consuming because, like I said, you know, I only got 10k DPS. With the strength runes I think I get up to around 12k or something. 13k possibly, I'm not sure, but yeah. So I'm just going to keep hacking them down. You can see the Enchantress constantly CCing with all of her abilities, which is really nice. That helps a lot. Really does help a lot. Always make sure that you use the health tombs in your environment to your maximum advantage as well when you're like fighting bosses. Sometimes you can like jump up and down levels. I know you can't do it here, but there's certain situations where you can. So I'm just gonna keep going here and just try and find where I have to go to get to Leoric, and try and find some more rare mob groups to show you how to deal with them, obviously. I think I probably won't do King Leoric in this video, just because I've already got one up where I kill him with a two-handed weapon as well. It's a bit of a different build, but it's the same kind of thing. He's got a few abilities that you need to look out for, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, you can just go and check out that video if you want to see the boss fight at the end, and I'll just show you a few of these rare mod packs, because this is what the people really have been having problems with mainly. So hopefully this will be of some use to you, a little bit of help. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I'll try and answer all of them. I'll try and get back to everyone. Please don't be angry if I don't respond very quickly, because I have got a lot of other stuff to do as well, but I should get to you sooner or later. So let's just continue slaying some fools until we find the next group. And yeah, like I keep saying, you know, resistances are like the most important stat for Inferno in my opinion, because that is where I've noticed the most increase in like my survivability throughout Inferno, because the first time I went in I was pretty undergeared as well. I just like died pretty much instantly to any rare mob group, and I was pretty frustrated, but sat down, thought of some stuff, tried out a few things, and very soon found out that there is actually possible that people were just playing the class wrong or something like that. But then again, it's a young game, still got plenty of time to figure out how to play our classes. Come on, there's got to be some more rare mobs somewhere. But with this build as well, one thing I really like is you can really see like the barbarian class in action. Brute force, exactly what it's supposed to be. Here we go, health link, knockback, plagued and mortar. That's actually pretty mean, because you'll take damage if you stand close, you'll take damage if you're far away. They've got health link, so you've got to hack all of them down, and the damage is shared and stuff, but you can see, still not really a big problem. But this is a situation that I don't really want to have. You always want to try and pull them all together into one spot, so that they're all like this, and when they are, if my Enchantress is constantly kicking them back, then the mortar won't hit you, and I think that's probably what does most of the damage. Doesn't really matter which one of these are focused, since they've got health link, they'll all kind of go down at the same time, so just focus on anyone. Use your abilities obviously to heal yourself every now and then. It's important, and keep using the jump throughout the fight as well, because of the increased armor that you get. Obviously it helps out a lot to just stay alive. Once you get a little bit too low, like just now, pop a heal pot. Plague is doing a lot of damage now, but I think that was the end of it, and we did manage to kill them. So it was a little bit more of a difficult fight here, but still not really a big problem. I think I'm going to try and find like maybe one more group or so, and then if you guys want me to make a specific video about something or show you something specific, then I'll probably try and get around to that, and yeah, do my best to help you out. So let's see if I've got anything here. Just some rubbish and some more rubbish. Who's this for? The Templar. No use for me, no use for me, no use for me, all just crap. So let's see, where haven't I explored yet? Could possibly be over here. Gotta say, it's quite annoying that some of these minions keep running away from you. But oh well, what can you do? Just chase them down. Shrine, a protection shrine. Well, always use the shrines as well. But in situations like these, sometimes it's quite useful to just save that shrine in case you find like a rare mob group or something nearby, and then you can just pull them towards the shrine, activate it, kill them then. Makes things a lot easier for you obviously, because you've got that extra protection which you otherwise wouldn't have. Just a few tips if you haven't thought of it, but it's pretty obvious actually. So yeah, and I think this is the Royal Crypts already. There's not going to be any more bosses down here, it's just straight onto the event. So let's turn around and see if we can find like maybe one more group somewhere. Hopefully there's another group. If not, tough shit. I'm just going to have to make another video or so. But yeah, sometimes if you're farming King Leoric, it's quite advisable to actually go one quest back and start farming from there, just to be 100% sure to get your 5 stacks up for the magic find. Because at the moment you can see I've only got 3. I already found the entrance, so that means I would have been doing King Leoric with just 3 stacks, which is probably not the best idea, since you want to maximize your magic find. Put a few of these guys together and just keep spamming revenge. Yeah, and it's actually advisable as well to probably do this with a one-hand weapon, 1000 DPS or so. Well, as much as you can get really. Attack speed's always important on the weapon, always important. Really pushes the DPS up, because it's not calculated into weapon DPS like +% damages, for example. Yeah, these guys are quite mean. Do quite a bit of damage, or well, I don't think they do quite a bit of damage, but they have a lot of health. Yeah, they do a bit of damage. So pop ignore pain, a little bit more survivable. Pop heal pots when needed, charge through them, heal up. So you see I've got constant sources of healing myself. Revenge procs constantly, and worst comes to worst, pick up a heal pot, kite them for a second, wait for your cooldowns to come back, and then just finish them off. Reminds me kind of Zinjai from LoL. Epic sound effects in this game though, I've got to say. I'm loving it. Come on, there's got to be some champions around somewhere. I think I've explored everything. This is the last passage I can go to, so let's hope there's another group over here somewhere. I don't actually have a clue how long this video is, but I think it's pretty damn long. Prophet foretold your death. Well, which prophet might that be? Dr. Brain or something? Alright, so that's it. I've explored everything. Unfortunately, no other groups here. There might be one here, but the video's going on long enough and the chances are so slim that I'm just going to call it a day here. If you have any questions, like I said, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to comment if you want to know anything else, and if you want to send me a friend request in-game as well, go for it. What's this? Friend request? Yeah, exactly, friend request, just talking about it. Here's my battle tag, it's brain#2429. Add me, I'll accept it, and then I'll talk to you whenever. So yeah, that's it from me guys. Peace, I'm signing out, and see you next time.